Hey guys, Jessica Damu here with another Gundam MSA review, and today we are reviewing a figure from Gundam Seed Destiny, the Dark Dagger L. Really excited about this figure. I've been wanting it ever since I first saw it. As you can see there, it's entering into a space colony or a one of the hourglass things, whatever they live in, whatever they call them. And you can see its weapons, but let's get it open and fully review it. So here we have the Dark Dagger L out of its packaging. Also got the regular dagger here for comparison. And just for the fun of it, the Dark Dagger L's cannons on a GM Cannon 2. Still, even if this was on a GM Cannon 2, which has a lot of weight, it would be way too heavy for the thing to use in Earth orbit or on Earth. It's for space only, these cannons. You gotta admit, they're just the crazy coolest cannons ever, and they look pretty cool on a GM Cannon too. I like it! I just glued those on with sticky tack. So, basic things. This comes with 2 closed fists, 2 sword hands / dagger hands, and 2 gun hands. Pretty standard issue. Has nearly the same sculpt as the regular dagger. But instead of a standard issue beam rifle, it has this teeny weeny beam pistol, which has little nubs on each side so it can go into the leg, which is really, really cool. And it would be compatible with the regular dagger because it had a place for storing weapons on its sides, just like that. Another difference is that it has chest Vulcans, whereas the standard didn't. And the head is very GM-like. It's a different, unique head sculpt from the other, but very similar, as you can see. Kind of like a Mark II with these guns and things on the side. The shoulders are different as well, though about the same size. There's also a place for storing the pistol on the forearms, which is kind of neat. The waist armor is a little different. It's got its beam sabers stored here, and its daggers, or a smaller version rather of its daggers, are stored in the waist armor. Just a moment. So there's a dagger version for the hands, which as you can see looks very, very dull. And there's a smaller, teenier version for storage. They just couldn't make these, able to be held and stored at the same time. But hey, they made the effort. I appreciate that. Beam pistol is really small, but nicely detailed. I really like it. But whereas this guy might have a beam pistol, that does not mean that it has small weapons by any means. So you can see the beam saber hilt. It's kind of that off black color. It comes with 2 beam sabers, 2 of the daggers. It also comes with this huge bazooka laser cannon thing. I believe this shoots lasers, but it could be mistaken. Most of it seems to be a somewhat flexible plastic. This feels like it's harder plastic, this being the softer of the plastic. And the thing just looks kind of crazy holding this because it's so big. It makes GPO2's bazooka look small. It really, in my opinion, should be a 2-handed weapon, not a 1-handed weapon. But, it works. Let's see, just huge weapon. Could easily do like a Three Stooges act. Nyuk, nyuk, nyuk. Now for the backpack. The backpack is by far the coolest bit, in my opinion. So we'll take our backpack off our GM Cannon 2. You can see it has these little plugs for plugging into the back. It almost works for the Strike Dagger. Almost, but not quite. So this one is a little bit different on its back. Not just plugs in there. It does take a little effort to get in there, but it's not too hard. And you can tell just by looking at this guy that if he fires this on Earth, he's going to like fly backwards. There's just no way within gravity that this would work. But in outer space, it's possible. Still question it a little bit, but hey, it looks crazy cool. I mean, look at those cannons. They're huge. Whatever gets hit by them is going to die. And it looks like, you know, with these huge clips here, that it should be able to fire many times and do a great deal of damage. Pushing this thing in there hard enough for it to stay does take some effort, though. The cannons have a wide range of flexibility and aimability. I really, really like them. Comes with the shield, fits on a ball joint, plugs into the arm. Hands are on ball joints, double jointed elbows, double jointed knees. Foot has a ball joint, which is double jointed as well. Kind of got cool details on the back. Legs go that far forwards, that far back. Shoulder joints. Head can spin 360 and look up and down. And the waist is on a ball joint, which doesn't do a whole lot, but hey, it's there. Ultimately, it's a great figure. It really is. I can't think of any downsides, except for, you know, design-wise, these cannons will never work on Earth. But they never show this thing being used on Earth. They show it being used in outer space, which makes perfect sense. Because in space, you have no weight. You might have mass, but, you know, I don't claim to be a physics master for outer space. I hope you've enjoyed the toy review. Please like, favorite, and subscribe as I post a new video nearly every day. And check out our eBay store. There's a link down below in the more info area. We get new stuff all the time. See you guys tomorrow.